Alright everyone, I thought after I did the first video recording of this that I would do another video, maybe perhaps just for my patrons on my Patreon, and this one, because just right now this is all watercolor with some of the Dr. Martin's pen white ink, and I thought, you know what, this is the first one that I haven't added any sort of like outline on the trees, and I haven't added any inks as far as like black inks and outlines. And so I figure whether I post it or not, if I do, probably most likely first to my Patreon page, and then perhaps my YouTube channel. So because I'm a sucker for detail, and so I thought, okay, you know what? I'll just do a video. So I'm going to do a video of me just doing the outlines. So here we go. And I don't know if I'll speed this up. I'll keep my mic open and to commentate as I go. I like just pure. I should have. Yep. Oh, you know what? I can take a photo from the video. That's what I'll do. Because I should have taken a photo first before this. But I'll just take a photo. I'll do a snapshot of a photo from the video and use that as the still. So, because it's too late, and I did this, and so I already kind of messed up something. So, yeah, we'll work on that. We'll just do a video post for you. But I truly enjoy the watercolor pieces that don't have any sort of like ink or anything like that, and it's just pure watercolor. And that's my hope to get to at some point, to get there. But until that time, I'll just continue on my journey. Yeah. But yeah, but that's the process. This is a whole process of just and forgive me if I cut in and out of the commentary. This is really more so as a just an extra video. As you can see, this time I am using a brush, and I'm just trying to increase my proficiency and also my comfortability with using a brush for the line work. Because usually I'll use a pen like this, or another brush pen, but I'm just using a full-on just traditional brush. So there's just certain things that you get from using a brush that you won't get that you wouldn't get from using like a mechanical pen. So, but there are certain things that are beneficial with using mechanical pen. You can get more precise line work that you want. So like this, you can. Now on this paper, because this is like this is cold press, 150 pound. Actually, no, is this 150 pound? My goodness. Yeah, 140 pound, 300 grams. And so this type of material is not the best for a technical pen like this. It's it's best you have, say, cardstock me see if I can get a piece. You know, like cardstock like this. It's a more, see that, just flowing, easy application and manipulation. You know, so so that's why, you know, it's good to try to you know, use other materials just like this. And if you get really proficient with it, you can achieve some of those smaller detail lines that you want to achieve. But you won't get that unless you actually try and do it. So now if you hear some of the boys in the background, that's gonna happen. I think everyone's back from the service. But I got, like I said, I got my main video done, and so if you hear in the background, that's what it is. So it's just real life. So you can see here, just trying to add a little bit more distinctive textures, and like this, just having that kind of broken, scattered texture. You can only achieve that with using a brush. So and I remember, who was it? Yeah, Doug DeNaples, because I think with his inking and his graphic novels, hasn't been doing a whole lot now. And granted, I haven't seen a lot of traction on YouTube, because a couple of his YouTube channels got canceled or got deleted or whatever, restricted. I mean, really nothing really nefarious, just you know, those know as far as just whatever you speak on, and if it's not approved, and then that kind of stuff will cause your channel to have certain strikes and such. And so, but he, going back to that, yeah, he would ink and do a lot of his grayscale work using a brush, and to see his fluency and his confidence, you know, I was like, man, that's really cool to have that confidence to and that confidence to do it. And you know, and again, that all comes with just experience. And that's why, even though, yes, I'm recording this and some people will see it, hopefully, you know, I still gotta put myself out there, and but that's what it takes. Now, again, you don't have to record a video and post it online. You can do this in your own free time, and so that way, you know, if you have a comment and it's like, man, you can go back to the drawing board, it's not going to affect your confidence, you know. So even if someone was to come and be like, hey man, this is not it, I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, this is why I'm putting it. It was really to inspire other folks to pursue their own goals as well. And so so yeah, so if I can do that, I mean, that's really a major part of why I'm doing it. So that way you can see and be like, oh, you know what, I can do that too, or I can do it even better than that. And that is totally and completely fine. So I'm just, you could say, learning on the job, putting it out there. And so, and then also highlighting how you can alter your work by just adding different highlights, shading. So this right here is a brush pen, and it's easier to, and it functions just as like a brush. I mean, because it is a brush pen, but it's easy. It's just easier to manipulate. You have a constant flow of ink flow, but the only downside is the way I can go like a smoother, a very smooth faded line. I can't with this. This is just a constant ink flow, so I won't. All right. And then the other thing with the brush too is, yeah, I think that's it. Now, honestly, I think I applied a little too much ink work on that. Um, but again, like I said, you know, this is more so to just add a little bit more, just more detail, more shading. And that's, you know, that's what I wanted to do, you know, just to mix it up a little bit and give a little bit more of a variety. So but that's that, you know, not before and after, but with this is with details, and the other video is without. And not that it needed details, but like I said, I like details. And so I wanted to add, to have like definitive shading and light work, shading and highlights, I should say. And yeah, this provides that opportunity beautifully. So I think I'm just about done. Because that the downside of wanting to be detailed is sometimes you can just add too much, and then too much takes away from the subtlety of what you wanted to achieve. And so okay, I think my little fellas are curious of why the door is closed. No, I think I have a few more little spots that I can add. Some more defining blacks, you know, really to get the trunk work in. But yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. And you can tell, you know, this was previously watercolored. I gotta find a way to keep it still. I know I could tape it down, but there's certain angles that I need to get to, and I need to rotate, and you know, keeping it down doesn't always work in the way I want it. So let me see if we can add some snow highlights. So yeah, and honestly, if this will help in any way, just feel free to experiment with your artwork. You know, just free. You know what if I did this? And you'll never know until you do it. And sometimes it'll work out, and sometimes like, ugh, I made a mistake. Now, if you have a finished product, like I've said in my previous videos, and you're like, you know what, I do not want to mess this up, then don't. Make a photocopy of it, and then try your experimental touches on it. You know, and so that way you have your finished product, and you have the full confidence of experimenting with colors, different mediums, and then, you know, you can go from there, and trust that, you know what, I'm not messing up my finished work, and you're growing at the same time, because you're trying something new, but you have your safety blanket, and it gives you that freedom to try something new and different, and you know, you can explore the limits of your ability, and see that, oh wow, I can actually stretch my abilities more, and I wouldn't have if I didn't try and do something different. So here you can see the difference from what it was before to what it is now, just adding line work. And you know, me adding line work is my comfort zone. Just doing just a free watercolor and leaving it as it is, not so much. I think some pieces I kind of just, I don't want to say locked out, it just falls into place, but I like adding even details via the watercolor, but I want to get to the point where I can just do like light watercolor and trust and leave it as such. So till next time, grace and peace.